Hey everybody, it's Shayna,
And Diego.
and welcome to Happy, Healthy, Nourished Relationships. We're going to talk to you today about what's known as the 5 love languages, which you may have heard about.
Yeah, the 5 love languages is something that was, I want to say, created by Dr. Gary Chapman. And he was a marriage counselor at the time when he came up with this concept. He kept hearing about, I'm going to call them clients, having certain complaints about things in their relationship. Oh, she doesn't love me anymore, or he doesn't do this or doesn't do that. And then at some point, after so many years in practice, he came up with this concept after looking at all the results. It's like, what is it actually that's going on? And then he was able to dilute it to 5 ways in which we express love. And of course, there's probably nuances and all that, but because the 5 love languages are a great tool to investigate and then maybe actually do as a test almost just for fun, we can understand and relearn ways in which we communicate with one another and in the ways that we can express love to the other person.
Yeah, and receive love. Like you may think, for example, that what you're doing in your relationship is something that your partner receives as love, but their wiring may be different. So we're going to give you the love languages and give you a few examples.
So the 5 love languages are the first one, or it doesn't matter in which
The order.
but
Yeah.
they're all equally important, meaningful to different people in different ways. But this is what they are: physical touch,
Quality time,
words of affirmation.
acts of service,
What's the fifth one?
gifts. I know that one.
So,
Gifts.
some people,
Giving gifts, receiving
yeah,
gifts. Who doesn't feel
exactly.
loved?
So this is what Shayna just said it. So the 5 languages apply to giving and receiving. And this is something that somehow is connected, obviously, to our upbringing and to what we're used to, and how we receive love is probably the way we want to give love.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm a person that really doesn't respond well to giving gifts or receiving gifts, but I have something else. So if I receive a gift, I may go, "Meh," right? It's like not that meaningful to me. Maybe a really meaning. Okay. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm horrible. I'm gonna say it just like that. I'm horrible about receiving gifts. I'm such a grump. I'm like the Grinch. Like if there was
You-
Christmas and all other like birthdays, you give me a gift, please don't.
Well, it's because it's so hard to get him something that he likes because he knows what he wants and he gets himself everything that he wants, which is really amazing though, because you really do. It's like it's a mystery. Or I think I'm going to surprise him and then I give it to him and either he already has it or it's like not exactly the one that he would have gotten.
Right? And then I get the gift and I'm like,
Thanks.
this thing happens inside of me, and it's like, okay, I know she wanted to give me a gift because as an expression of love or something like that, but I really don't like it. So how do I stay true to this, what I know inside of me, right? I don't like the gift. I don't want to lie and say, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing ever, because it isn't at this moment, right? So in long-term relationships or in relationships, right? If you are looking for that intimacy and you want to deepen that intimacy, you want to learn and relearn what those love languages are. First and foremost, which ones are mine, which ones are Shayna's, and then maybe learn the love language of the other person. And then perhaps you have the tools with the intention to become multilingual.
Yeah.
You know what that means? So let's do it like this. My love language, for instance, so if she gives me a gift, I go, I'd rather have quality time. Just spend a whole day with me without the stupid phone and the computer and all these other things that you have to do. Why not like an entire day just dedicated to me? Yay, take the gift and return it to Amazon.
And quality time is one of the other love languages. So that's
I just love quality time. And when you do the test, and the test is available online,
yeah, 5lovelanguages.com.
you can do the test just for fun, and then you go, oh my God, I had no idea, or I knew it, right? And so my top two are quality time and physical touch. like, touch me,
Extra
baby.
points right
Like,
here.
touch me, right? So you touch me, I go, yay. That's
Yay.
what I like, right?
So, for example, I may be trying to shower him with gifts because when I grew up, my dad traveled a lot. And whenever he would come back from his travels, he would always bring me and my sister gifts. So that was my feeling. I got that feeling of, oh my gosh, surprises, love. So naturally, we tend to take on the traits and the habits of giving, of love as our parents in whatever way, shape, or form. And those are the five primary. So here I am. In my mind, my intentions are pure. And because in his life, it's his reality is a different way of receiving. So it's important to perhaps in sacred space, like you'll learn in one of our other videos, you can actually communicate about maybe your results if you take the quiz online or what your love language is. Hey, like I really want more gifts or I really would rather have you take out the garbage once a week, acts of service, which may be
Oh,
yours too.
I have to go to the garbage now. So, but yeah, here's the other thing. I was in a relationship many years ago, and my partner at the time, her love language was words of affirmation. Like,
Mm.
she needed to hear "I love you" a lot. And I'm half German, and half of me is like, I told you once.
I
You
can't
know,
believe
it's
he
that.
just said that.
You know what
It's
I mean?
true.
Like, I told you once. If that changes, I'll let you know.
It's like the sunset. It's like going to see the sunset. I already saw the sunset 10 years ago. Whatever. I
Like,
know what it's like.
there's actually a theater play out there because I'm also an actor. It's actually funny that there's a line in this play. It's like, "Hey, I told you once that I loved you, and if I change my mind, you'll hear from my attorney."
Oh my God.
So anyway,
I'm sure there's a lot
but
of others like you out there. I
jokes
see you.
aside, no, keep the jokes in.
Yeah.
So the thing is that I could do all kinds of explaining how, but my actions show you that I love you. But I kept constantly describing how I'm describing my love.
Hmm.
What I didn't get at the time is that all she needed to hear is "I love you" and everything was well.
Hmm.
Wow, had I known that, and then of course it takes that little bit of willingness, I'm going to say,
Practice.
and practice, but also something that probably has to do with overcoming my own ego,
Hmm.
right? I'm right. I'm showing you love in so many ways. I know she wants to hear "I love you," but it's not my way of expression, right? But if I get it that she wants to hear "I love you," damn it, say it.
Say it. Yeah.
So it falls under words of affirmation. Wow, what you did today was really amazing.
Mm. I
I'm
feel that in my
so
heart.
proud of you
Oh,
that you accomplished this thing that was so meaningful to you, right?
thank you.
And all of a sudden, this one melts,
I
right?
love words of
I
affirmation.
go, I don't know what I just did, but
I feel it in my body. So this can really make things easier and increase the level of intimacy in your relationship to the extent that it's like, oh my gosh. It's like, if you're trying to speak in a language that the other person doesn't understand, you're always going to come up against some sort of a block. So when it comes to intimacy and how we give and receive and experience this thing called love, this divine connection, this is again kind of how to decode it so that you guys can really come together.
and this is the other side of that coin. If you don't do it, there's going to be resentment. They don't love me enough to do that thing,
Hmm.
or they don't love me enough to show me affection in these ways that I so need and require,
Yeah.
right? So the love languages, the five, is a wonderful tool to for self-reflection,
Hmm.
learning about yourself and how you tick a little bit better. And then by learning the other person's love languages, wow, you
So
now have an
powerful.
amazing tool in your toolbox to reconnect, to love in a more effective way.
Absolutely. And again, the five love languages
Which ones are
are,
you? Well,
I think I'm all of them because I love getting gifts. I like giving gifts. I love physical touch. I love quality time. I just think I'm a master. I'm not going to lie. I'm multilingual.
She loves receiving all of them,
All of it.
but only giving one kind. Acts of service, oh my God.
I don't take out the garbage.
No.
Well, I do every now and then.
No. Well, only after she gets dirty looks. So there are people out there who really, are multilingual. They love receiving in so many different ways
Yeah.
and maybe expressing only in one,
Yeah.
right? And so
And it
this is
changes over time. I have to say, quality time was not my love language at the beginning because I used to actually be more of a butterfly. I used to not be in monogamous relationships,
was
still grounding myself. But, in terms of desiring that quality time, I never thought that that would be me because I was always on the go. I was always out there being nomadic. And it's like, wait a second, if I don't have quality time now, because I've exercised all the different qualities, all the different languages. Now I crave it. I literally like need it. And I notice this whenever I travel because I used to be like, oh, whatever, long distance relationship, fine. Not so much anymore.
that's a different topic though, which has to do with
We're going to talk
being
about that.
apart and being together. What are the needs of one another and individually and as a
Totally so
couple?
important.
We'll talk about
We'll
that.
share that in another video.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the 5 love languages, one more time, are physical touch,
Quality time,
gifts,
acts of service.
and words of affirmation. We love you. You're amazing. You are so beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Spend some quality time with us.
Yes. And spend some quality time with yourself, with your beloveds, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Thank you.
Namaste.